Have you ever stared at your bank account and thought, how did it get this bad? Or maybe you're carrying a debt balance that feels like a second job, except instead of paying you, it's draining you. Well, you're not alone, and here's the craziest part. Most people stay stuck for years. But what if I told you I crushed $20,000 of debt in just 10 months? Without winning the lottery, without a six-figure salary, and without giving up my morning coffee. Stick around, because today on Money Mindset, I'm sharing my exact step-by-step playbook. And trust me, some of these steps will surprise you. The wake-up call, it was worse than I thought. It started on a random Tuesday night. I was half scrolling through my credit card app when I decided to finally total it up. 3 cards, a car loan, a few buy now, pay later payments. Grand total, $20,347.19. I actually laughed out loud. You know that panicky kind of laugh when your brain can't process reality. But here's the turning point. I realized no one was coming to save me. Not a promotion, not a rich relative, not some miracle. It had to be me. That night, I made a decision. I was done being stuck. Step 1. I faced the brutal truth. The first thing I did wasn't glamorous. I wrote it all down. Every single debt I owed, the amount, the minimum payment, and the interest rate. It was painful. It took 3 cups of coffee and a lot of deep breaths. But seeing everything laid out made it real, and real problems can be solved. Here's your first takeaway. You can't fix what you won't face. Take an hour today, list everything. No guilt, no shame, just facts. You'll be amazed at how much clarity you get just from this one step. Step 2. I picked my payoff strategy. There are 2 popular ways to pay off debt: the debt snowball and the debt avalanche. The snowball method focuses on paying off the smallest balances first for quick wins, while the avalanche method attacks the highest interest rates first to save more money long term. I chose the debt snowball method because honestly, I needed some quick wins to stay motivated. My first goal: knock out a $400 store credit card. Once I paid that off in a month, I felt like I could conquer the world. Momentum is real, my friends. Here's the secret. Progress feels better than perfection. Don't worry if your strategy isn't mathematically perfect. Pick the method that keeps you moving. Step 3. I created a bare bones budget. Now, I'll be real with you. I didn't suddenly start living like a monk, but I slashed my spending by asking 2 simple questions before every purchase. Is this a need or a want? And is this helping me become debt-free faster? For 10 months, I lived on about 60% of my income. The other 40%, every extra dollar attacked my debt. I paused monthly subscriptions I barely used, stopped eating out just because, and quit buying random Amazon stuff at 2 a.m. However, I kept a few essentials for mental health, like basic self-care and one streaming service. It wasn't forever, it was just for this season, and that mindset shift made all the difference. Step 4. I boosted my income without a second job. Here's a plot twist. Most people don't talk about cutting expenses is powerful, but increasing income is a game changer. I didn't want a second job, but I realized I could freelance. In the evenings, I did simple gigs online, writing short blog posts, designing basic Canva graphics, and helping small businesses with social media. I made an extra $400 to $700 a month, and all of it straight to debt. No lifestyle inflation, no detours. Small side hustles = massive acceleration. Ask yourself, what simple skill can I offer today? You don't need to be perfect, you just need to start. Step 5. I used microwins to stay motivated. Paying off debt can feel painfully slow, and when progress feels slow, motivation drops. So I created microwins, mini celebrations for every $1,000 I paid off. Nothing expensive, sometimes a $5 fancy coffee, sometimes at night I watch my favorite movie with a friend, sometimes just posting an update in a finance Facebook group and soaking up the encouragement. Each little win fueled me for the next round. Reward your hustle, even in small ways. The results 10 months later. By month 5, I had paid off nearly $10,000. By month 8, the debt avalanche and snowball effect kicked in hard, because less debt meant fewer minimum payments, which meant more money attacking the principal. And finally, 10 months later, I made my last debt payment. I wish I could tell you angels sang and confetti rained from the sky. Instead, I just sat there smiling, holding my cup of coffee, thinking I did it. I actually did it, and you can too. What I learned, and what I'd do differently. Looking back, if I could sit down with my past self, I'd share 3 important lessons that would have saved me a lot of stress and second guessing. Start before you feel ready. If you're waiting for the perfect moment, when you have more money, more motivation, or more clarity, you'll be waiting forever. The truth is, motivation doesn't magically show up. It comes after you take action, not before. The first steps might feel clumsy, or even pointless, but every move you make builds momentum. Progress, not perfection, is what transforms your situation. Be ruthless with small leaks. In the beginning, I thought it was just the big expenses I needed to worry about. But the truth is, the small leaks were sinking my ship faster than anything. A few $5 lattes, an unused $12 subscription, a couple of $30 impulse buys. It added up to hundreds of dollars every month without me realizing it. Getting serious about plugging those little holes gave me far more breathing room than I expected. Tiny expenses matter. Track them, cut them, and redirect that money to your goals. Give yourself grace. Not every month went perfectly, and that's okay. Sometimes unexpected expenses popped up, derailing my carefully crafted budget. Sometimes I got tired, overwhelmed, or just plain discouraged. There were moments I slipped up, moments I overspent, and even moments when I seriously thought about quitting altogether. But here's the truth, that's completely normal. Progress is never a straight upward climb. It's a messy, winding path filled with detours and lessons. The key isn't to chase perfection. It's to stay committed even when things get messy. One bad day, one bad week, even one bad month doesn't erase all the good work you've done. It doesn't define your journey. Give yourself permission to be human, to have setbacks, to make mistakes, to feel all the emotions that come with change. Then, when you're ready, dust yourself off, take a deep breath, and keep moving forward. That's where real transformation happens. Not in the easy days, but in the days you choose to rise again. Your action plan in 60 seconds. Ready to get serious? Here's your 60-second action plan. 1. List all your debts tonight. No hiding. 2. Pick your payoff strategy. Snowball or avalanche, doesn't matter, just pick one. 3. Slash unnecessary spending. Create your bare bones budget. 4. Find one simple side hustle. Even $100 a month matters. 5. Celebrate every $500 milestone. Fuel your momentum. You're not stuck. You're one decision away from changing your story. If my story resonated with you today, imagine your own debt-free moment. Imagine the freedom, the peace, the power. You deserve it, and you're closer than you think. If this video helped you, smash that like button and subscribe to Money Mindset for more real-life finance tips that actually work. Comment below, debt-free journey started, if you're taking your first step today, and I'll be cheering for you every step of the way. Remember, the best time to get out of debt was yesterday. The second best time, today. See you in the next one.